As a world-class content creator, sometimes it can be hard to come up with new ideas to satiate your ever-growing audience. From time to time, the lovely people of the community will throw ideas your way, and some of these people are downright smooth-brained, but sometimes they're geniuses. Today, we're going to find out if you can beat Fallout 4 as Kim Jong Un. Normally at the start of Fallout 4, you and your spouse with child in hand regrettably leave their home and descend into an underground vault on account of a nuclear bomb being dropped. And with that being said, has anyone ever thought, like, if we just leave this baby out here while the bomb goes off, a lot of the wasteland's problems would be a mere scorched shadow on the pavement? But not me, baby! If you think a nuke can stop the Supreme Leader, you better think again, man! I started off by creating my character.
You can't do that.
Shut the fuck up. I made it as accurate as my goldfish brain attention span would let me. This took far too long and I was scared that everyone was going to call me a racist, so I just made this. Obviously my stats are all 10 because I am the perfect specimen. For the most part, the beginning of the game was pretty vanilla, kind of like your 1000th time doing missionary while your girlfriend pretends that she still likes it. I equipped the obvious weapon of choice, and if you're wondering where I got it from, I built it with my many scientists and resources, okay? Just because we don't have much food doesn't mean we can't have nukes.
My sensors are picking up movement in another house.
I'll get him. Now, you might be thinking, if your scientists have equipped you with a fat man this early on, there's no chance you can't complete the run. Wrong! This run can fail for the exact same reason it can go wrong for the real Kimmy J. He might just kill the wrong person. Shit. You see, I have a mod that allows anyone to die. It's a massive problem, and later on it becomes a major thorn in my side. How has he still got abs, bro? I told you I'm perfect. I'm the perfect being. Got a dumpy, though. Look at that. He's got back, man. I arrived at Red Rocket, but decided against taking dog meat with me because that was some kind of heartbreaking collateral damage just waiting to happen. After a rather intense announcement that I had joined the conflict at Concord, I proceeded to rescue the Minutemen from being inevitably dismembered, consumed, and potentially penetrated by a gang of raiders. Whoa, mate, someone just fucking shot all your friends. I decided that, kind of like real life, Kimmy J's build would just be luck, so I'm basically taking only luck-based perks. I got you, bro. I caught wind that someone nearby had the sheer audacity to start their own civilization and not put me in charge. So I had to go down there and tear that shit up like a crazy man in possession of nuclear weapons. Ah, Diamond City. Oh, that... Is it your arm? It's your arm! We found it! I matched it up! Oh, there's a foot there. Oh, that's her foot. That's her foot. We can reconstruct. Listen, North Korea's science is rapidly developing. Well, we almost made... I found the other arm! Oh, I took the clothes. I didn't mean to take the clothes. It's so much weirder now. I'm really sorry. Listen, I didn't want to see you like this. It was a complete accident. There we go. That is basically a brand new human being. Despite the fact that I just reduced the populace of Diamond City to dust, Ellie still wanted me to help find a boss, which of course I offered to do. But not without extorting her first.
Last chance. Put some real money on the
Never
table
gonna see
or
your boss
we're
again.
done.
Okay.
I found a new weapon here and began to quite literally rule with an iron fist. Kim Jong Punch. 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 First major speed bump occurred when I got back to Diamond City, and it's not the first time that Kimmy J is going to run into this. Old T600 over there was informed that I had righteously passed judgment on his entire town, and he reacted with an attempt at defending himself so futile, you might as well call him Elon. So he got nuked. This did result in me having to reload an old save though, as there's literally no way to progress the run without him. But this is the only time I'll be doing this. If I mess up again, it's game over. Hell-bent on murder, I headed up to Sanctuary to see what all this Minutemen fuss was about. Preston Garvey tried telling me there was a settlement that needed my help, so he got nuked.
Okay, I'll show you, Hans. You ready?
And then I realized I was getting far too immersed in playing the role of the Supreme Leader. I wanted to give this run my all and really commit to the role, so bending over backwards and allowing someone to just tell me what to do isn't Kimmy J's style. And it was starting to become a genuine concern that if the interaction with every group went down the same as it did with Diamond City and the Minutemen, there was a chance that I could actually fail the run where I inventory edited myself a fat man and couldn't die. In the same breath, however, I decided that if Kimmy J was going to align with anyone, it would probably be the Brotherhood of Steel. Power, control, order, and a metric fuck ton of firepower. I just needed to start at the bottom and work my way up to infiltrate them the only way I could. This meant breaking every moral code that Kimmy J has. People spoke to him like garbage, and he had to battle the urge to let a mini nuke fly right in their faces. I took a break from being the Brotherhood's skivvy to pursue Kellogg, who I had recently discovered is the guy that kidnapped my son. Now, Kimmy J doesn't really care about his missing son that much, but he does care about the fact that this guy thinks he can disrespect me and not suffer the consequences, so you know I had to nuke him. You'd think they would have told the trigger-happy nuke-wielding maniac to not kill Kellogg if he knew something really important that nobody else knew, but no! Now I've got to take a quick swim through his cerebral cortex to find the truth. Who made this decision? I don't care about any of this! Okay, we all know the story, but for those that don't, here's a brief summary. They sent me to the glowing sea, which Kimmy J was about as happy with as a good fisting from this guy. I found a super mutant with a name that almost perfectly represents my sexual experience, and he told me that I needed a Corsa chip. After I ripped the Corsa chip from his lifeless skull...
I need what's in your head.
That you cannot have.
I think I can. Look how long her fucking neck is. The human dildo told me that I would have to take it to the railroad to get it decoded, which no one wants to deal with, so... By this point, Kimmy J had successfully infiltrated the Brotherhood of Steel, and no one suspected a thing. He was using their language, acting out their wishes to achieve their goals, and it was even dressing like them. Although this charade couldn't be kept up forever, it was a necessary evil if I was going to come out on top. After heading back to Virgil and getting the plans to build the teleportation device to get into the Institute where all the dirty synths are made, I was given the choice to take it to one of two people, and one of them clearly wasn't going to happen, so I took it to the Brotherhood. MaxiPad told me to give it to Sergeant Stuck in the Armor to help me build it. I went down to her and I was all like, I need you to help me build this thing that's going to dematerialize me, send my atoms through time and space, and then rematerialize me in the bad guy's base of operations. And she was like... What are you talking about? I sacked her off and just called in my North Korean scientist to build a teleporter, which worked first time because my guys are the best in the world. You never saw Stalin or Mussolini build a teleporter, did you? I zupped myself into the Institute and was met with Father, who claims to be some kind of scientist, and he also said he was my long-lost son, but does he look like a baby to you? Nudes! I kidnapped a scientist. I'm so tempted to blow a shitting head off to build my North Korean robot of doom, and then out of the blue, the North Korea Science Lab hit me up with a new weapon, which I was so excited about. Ooh! Fuck you, buddy. Okay, this is the best thing ever. And in true wheelbite fashion, I blew my load way too early. Fuck! Uh-oh.
For honor and...
It wasn't me! I swear! Ah! I left for a couple of days until they calmed down about the accidentals, and in the meantime, I tested my new weapon. Oh my god, it literally changed between them. Look at the... I'm fucking Count Dooku! I found this bald guy in the tunnel that had something that Kimmy J needed, so... Get mushed. How does it feel to be a smoothie, bitch? Here's where Kimmy J had to really fight his moral compass. Maximus told me that the Brotherhood had made a hideous discovery. Paladin Dance is a synth. Now, that's Kimmy's boy, man. He helped us infiltrate the Brotherhood in the first place. We wouldn't have been here without him. The guy's like our brother. And he's a dirty synth! No! My scheme was moving forward with the same incomparable momentum as a bullet train. Kimmy J's plan had begun to take full effect. I was slowly but surely taking the entire Brotherhood, and they had no idea. After completely mulching the railroad, you'll never guess what I did next. It was more murder. Wait, is it murder if it's a robot? Can we get to the bottom of this, please? I grabbed the Benadryl alligator and shoved it directly into the back of Liberty Prime's head. And with that completed, Kimmy J and the Brotherhood of Steel began their infamous assault on the Institute. Or... that's what they thought. You see, while the Brotherhood took part in what was almost an Assassin's Creed level of boring trailing mission, what was actually happening was Kimmy J's checkmate. Not only were the Brotherhood none the wiser to me taking over, but they were actively removing the last remaining competition in the entire Commonwealth. This is how we take over the wasteland.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
After Liberty Prime took the stance of a toddler shitting their pants, I yeeted myself into the hole and it was Kimmy's time to shine. Once I was in there, taking out the scientists and synths was no trouble for the Supreme Leader. But the leader of the Brotherhood was an entirely different story. At this point, he was completely fine with me obliterating all of his men for some reason, but I couldn't kill him. Even with the anyone can die mod, apparently that's bullshit, and I even tried the kill command. This wasn't my only hope. I had one more chance, but I just have to wait and see if I could pull it off. I slaughtered the remaining Institute dwellers, I rigged the place to blow harder than the bingo gilf that just took her teeth out, I met my son again, kinda. and I was ready to complete the run. I tried killing him again before the detonation, I tried after completing the game, and I even met him back at the Pridwin to try again, to no avail. I see this as a complete failure. Kimmy J would settle for nothing less than complete control, which we did not achieve. I've let myself down, I've let my parents down, and I've let all of you down. Also, please don't send this to North Korea, otherwise the next video I upload will be me getting my skin peeled off. Thank you.